Good day, fine people. A very warm welcome to you. My name is Nick. I'm sure you might have known that if you've seen other videos, but we're on the ZX Spectrum 48K and we're playing Zybex, published by Zeppelin Games in 1989. It's a shooter for 1 to 2 players. We're going to be doing it on the keys. We've already looked at this game on the Commodore 64, so have a look at that review if you haven't already. But essentially, you take control of a space flying man trying to escape from prison, battling his way through different planets to escape, as I say, death row. Now, we start off on planet Arcturus. Here I am. If you do 2 players, you start off, you play simultaneously rather than turn-based. The shooting is automatic, so I haven't got to worry about that. The only time I'll need fire button, that's nice. The only time I need fire button is to upgrade weapons when we get an upgrade. Now, any collision with the enemies and we're absolutely doomed. Now, the Commodore 64 version was a bit more advanced than this, although this isn't playing too badly for a horizontal scroller shooter. The Commodore 64, when you went backward and forward, the guy's feet moved and there was a bit of definition on the graphics there. This is okay though. If I had this one back in the day already, I think I would have played it a bit, but the scrolling good, but I think the Commodore 64 version is a little bit better. So I've just circled through the next weapon, which is this laser. At the end of each level, there will be an end-of-level boss, surprisingly enough. Commodore 64 version had a music playing, which added to it considerably. Now, if I don't get very far, I will actually play it with a poke-on for infinite lives. Let's just get through level 1. The Commodore 64 version, there was different colours on each stage. Looks like it's a little bit tricky to work out the waves and stuff, but not impossible. So in that regards, they're both pretty similar. Kaboom! If you had this game back in the day, let me know. I'm playing this due to a recommendation, both the ZX Spectrum version and the Commodore 64. It's very interesting watching the differences between the two. I don't think this came out on the Atari 2600, but it might come out on some other 8-bit computers. Hooray! So we're stress busting, folks. Let's see how far I can get. Now this thing doesn't seem to be blowing up. Now this is going to be a problem. If I run into this, I'm going to get blown up. Now this is going to be great fun in 2 players. Lives are in the top left. Yeah, there we go. I got kaboom straight away. Now every time you die, let's avoid these, you'll be invincible for a short space of time. Good. I think it's quite kind on the newbie, it's not like an R-Type where you're dying straight away, so you can sort of like guide your way through this. Thank you to everyone that's subscribed so far on the channel. We try and go through everything ever, as much as we can on the ZX Spectrum. We've been doing it quite a while. If you haven't subscribed already, please consider doing so. This has been filmed live, folks. And if you want to be notified when videos go up, click on the notification bell, or indeed follow me on Twitter, Jenkins7Nick, and I tend to put the links up the same day when a video goes live. Or you can check out the Ko-Fi page as well, ko-fi.com, I think, /njenkin. Anyway, it's there as a link on the members screen. You're going to get to the members screen, the channel page, where you click on my username. That'll take you there. There'll be some icons across the top, but there'll be a playlist tab if you want to see everything we've reviewed ever. Click on that and there'll be the different systems there too. Now, am I getting near the end here? I'm surviving quite well. It's generous on the lives here. Some more upgrades will be pretty good. You can generally soup up your strength as you go across. I think that's rapid firepower. I haven't had a pint to drink, obviously, honestly. Right, so that's another weapon there. Don't know what that does. It's that. It's more of a wall going towards these people. If you lose a life, you will lose your last weapon gained, I think, or the last upgrade for that weapon. Going through Arcturus. We're escaping from prison. I don't know what crime we did to be in prison in the first place, but we've managed to escape. So, yeah, you know, it's not a bad game. Prefer the Commodore 64 version. Normally I'm a bit biased because I grew up with ZX Spectrum. It's game over. I grew up with ZX Spectrum, but, you know, I will say I think one version is better than the other. But I would have been quite happy with this. I really would have done. Only because it's very, very kind on the newbie. Right, I'll put a poke on now for infinite lives. Let's at least try and see what level 2 looks like, if indeed I can get that far. The instructions say, it's a bit more instructions than the Commodore 64 version. It says you're battering through the planets of Ken, I think. And it culminates on the last system, which is Zybex, and you must blow that up. Anyway, we haven't seen the alien side of the story. We might be in there for a very legitimate reason. like crossing the road without looking both ways, or stealing a pick and mix sweets from Woolworths, or stealing someone's biscuits, or something equally bad. Or it might be some crazy serial killer committing genocide everywhere. But anyway, we're trying to escape as we go across those cyan donuts. If you're a seller of cyan donuts, then comment below what makes them cyan. Right, let's zip through here. Right, there's a little bit of colour clash here and there, but it's not using a great deal of colours. Spaceman's red. I don't know what colour you are in. Let's get back here. I don't know what colour player 2 would be. Maybe cyan again, or maybe a lovely green. But I suspect, I don't know yet, I suspect everything's going to change colours through each level. Generally does that on a lot of zxspectrum games. It did it on the Commodore 64 one as well. Zybex, if you're the person that nominate this to be reviewed, then thank you very much. I'm not quite sure if it came out on the Commodore Amiga. I'm not sure it made it to 16-bit. If you know different, let me know, and then I'll certainly track it down and put up a review. Anyway, I hope you're doing okay, folks. Originally started this channel because of stress, but I was being made redundant from a bank at the time. Could be made redundant from a few banks, and I was a bit panicking. So I did that, and then it was running about 5 or 6 years before it even got monetized, because it was just doing it for the fun of the thing. Then it became a sort of like almost thing that I might be able to do this full time to reach more people, to do more stress busting. I'm sort of now in the middle ground, which I've been there for quite some time. So if we got more members, I got more subscriptions or more views, but you know, same old, same old. A lot of channels go through this, that they're almost making it but not quite. So thank you for stopping by and giving it the watch time and subscribing, and a huge thank you to the members as well. Thank you, folks, as we zip through space, escaping through prison. I don't know if this is based on your life at all. I don't know what year this is. I don't know what planet is it? It's Arcturus, that's where. I don't know if that's a real planet. Whoa, that was interesting. I don't know why that didn't kill us. Must have been that bit. Oh dear, well that bit did, as we got attacked by 8 heads, or 9 heads, or 10 heads in a row. Don't know how many it was. Well, it must have been quite good fun designing the graphics for this. There's quite a bit moving on the screen at the same time. Got that star field in the background there, trying to give you a sense of depth, and it works quite well. It's great to have a horizontal shooter where you're not a spaceship. So this is good to see it as a spaceman. There's no inertia here like you would get with jetpack and sideways, I think, as well. But yeah, it's okay. It's not bad. I wouldn't have minded this game at all. I think occasionally I might have, yeah, I think I would have completed level 1 once I got used to it. It's fairly gentle. I mean, my gameplay isn't great nowadays because generally it's the first time I've played the game. I just want to get a bit of an idea of how it plays, and I would have gone back to the thing. Really, I would have gone back. There's nothing more frustrating than never getting past the first screen where they make the game way too difficult. Admittedly, I've got infinite lives on now. I'm not immune. Whoops, which is just as well. So what's colour's going to be the next stage? I'm guessing yellow. Generally they go for either yellow, white, or maybe green if you're feeling lucky or feeling adventurous. Right, Biff, come on. Oh, why isn't that thing dying? I've got a weave. Yeah, this is going to end in death here. They're not blowing up. But I would blow it up, that's for sure. Over we go. Come on, end of level boss. This is further than we got before, isn't it? I think so. Maybe. Or maybe it's about the same. Is that an end of level boss? No, it's just a load of wiggly balls. No, I'm not going to do that joke. Red. Oh, you got to hit it. Got to hit it right in the right place. Right, I did. Bam. So you can't hit it anywhere. It's like a set spot. Those graphics are over the main scenery. I don't know if they meant to do that, but they did. I would like to see how they program these games. I only ever got as far as programming stuff in BASIC. I don't know quite how these compilers work. They're a complete mystery to me. Whether they created it on a different computer and then zipped it across. These look like strange bug things. So you definitely need the power-ups to progress anywhere on this sort of game. I aim the review should be about 10 minutes there. It's just a bit of fun. But as I say, if you've completed it, if you've got through all, I think 16 levels, I think it says here, I might be wrong, then obviously comment below. But we'll probably find out when it does the bit at the end. I won't say if you're on death row, comment below, because you might not have a computer. That might cause all sorts of trouble. Let's just say if you're on death row on a different planet, comment below. That's probably better safe. Is it? Well, it's probably not much better. Terrible colour clash there with the red, but we come to expect it on the ZX Spectrum. Games like Light Force got away with it. Those hamburger things are going to crash into me. There, I thought so. I got hamburgered. Hamburger. Right, player 1. Is that it? Oh, it's completed. Right. I thought it was going to be an end of level boss there anyway. It didn't seem to be, unless that was it. Beros. Beros. Play it right. Okay. Let's see what colour the next stage is going to be. It's yellow. Anyone that said yellow, well done. Spaceman's still red though. Commodore 64 version, it changed colours to a little bit of a degree. That's not a great deal different, is there? We seem to be more in space this time. We're not in some kind of central cavern. We'll just do this stage then to see if it changes at all. B is bonus points at the end, I think. I don't think there's been a great deal of difference. Got rapid fire there. The weapons never ever run out. Looking at the bottom thing, it looks like you see up my score on the bottom left is in red, the bottom right is green, so it looks like player 2 will be a green colour. That'd be nice. I would love to play this in 2-player actually. That'd be quite good. I don't think you can play this online, can you? I don't think so. Zybex. I never heard of this game back in the day. Put your favourite horizontal shooter in the comment section below. We probably have covered it, but there's probably a load of good ones I still haven't got to as of yet, and I would say this is a good one. I'm preferring it much more than R-Type, as they say. My favourite horizontal shooter is probably on the Commodore Amiga, though there was a ZX Spectrum version. It's Silkworm. I just love the sounds of that Commodore 64 version. The Spectrum version is not so bad either. That's 2 players simultaneous as well, if you're unfamiliar with that one. One person controls an attack helicopter, and the other person controls a ground-based jeep. Both got their different skills and powers. In this one, both players are essentially the same sort of character. One red and one green. 2 convicts escaping for crimes that we do not know at all. A very smooth scroller. It's a very accomplished game. It's put together well. At the start of the videos, they are generally put a picture of the cassette cover. Hopefully that's happened on this one as well if I can find it. Zybex. So yeah, the only other system it come out on is some of the Atari 8-bits, but not the 2600 as far as I'm aware. I'm making myself look more of an idiot if it has come out on that, but I doubt it is. There are some great shooters on the Atari 2600 as well. I really like Gyrus, which we looked at very recently. Don't have to shoot everything, just avoid that stuff, although there might have been some cool power-ups in there for me to get my teeth into. So let's hopefully get a better end-of-level boss here. Whoops, they got kaboomed. They're going to zip down. They're not going to fool us this time. There we go. That's taken them out. Not to dinner. Right, this is a good weapon, this. Don't get shot, Nicky. Good advice. Oh, I got shot, didn't I? So I've lost a bit of my weapon there, so it's not quite as powerful anymore. You lose the last one that you got, but we're still quite heavily armed. And don't forget, we've got infinite lives, so you might not have got this far if you had it back in the day. Levels are quite long. I'll mind them a little bit shorter. So there's a lot of content in here, although it doesn't seem to be varying a great deal. Well, that's another weapon there. So looking at that, it's maybe like 4 or 5 different weapons you can do. It's just flicking over to the best one on certain situations. Situation under control. Good graphics. Fairly. You just got the sound effects, no sound. But this is 48K. If there was a 128K version, maybe this music would be playing, and that would lift it considerably. But a kid's imagination would add a lot to this. You might be humming the Star Wars music as you was going along. As an adult, it's a bit, sometimes, not always, it's a bit harder to get the backstory in your brain and think of other stuff. A bit like when, as soon as a kid gets pretending to be a car, he'll make all the car noises. An adult's not going to do that. The imagination is permanently switched on as a kid. Right, 2 Bs? Or not 2 Bs? That was the question. Well, it was that's that thing. To be or not to be? That's the pencil. Yeah, very good, very good. These are the jokes, folks. Oh man, that reminds me of that Laurel and Hardy one, where Stan Laurel goes, "You can lead a horse to water, but a pencil must be lead." Doesn't really fit with a 2D horizontal shooter, but I've done the joke anyway, and it's a joke I've probably done before on other videos. Hooray! Oh, look at that thing. It's like being attacked by a load of beer mats there. Beer mats. Or something that I don't know, do they still have beer mats in pubs? I haven't been in there for quite some time. Probably a pint of beer costs £100 now. Right, there we go. I must be near the end of the level now, surely. This review's been going on far longer than I wanted it to, so you know, it sometimes happens. So if you're still there, then well done you. You must be a hardcore N Jenkins channel fan, so thank you to you. Hooray! I'll shout you a big hooray. Let's weave through here. Come on. I don't know how many lives I've lost at this point, but I would have lost more than the normal allotted amount, that's for sure. Sometimes you can get extra lives by shooting certain bits. Attack of the beer mats again. Right, please end the level boss. Something useful. I mean, this weapon would be okay if you use underneath something, I guess. But I haven't got my big laser beam, and that would be quite useful to have in this sort of like situation. We cover a range of games on here. Adventure. Oh, there we go. That's an end of level boss. I don't know what that's supposed to be. Yeah, shooters, puzzler games, platformers. A lot of platform homebrewers games at the moment. Yeah, this bit would have infuriated me. Not only is it shooting at us, but we're going through some kind of crazy boulder minefield, so it limits our movement. But that thing's destroyed already. So there's a couple of extra lives there, I think, or something. That steering wheel means the next stage. I think if we get there, we'll get picked up. I don't think I can shoot there, can I? No. So there's all the different weapons there. There we go, we'll get picked up by something. There it goes, and we're off again. So I think we will leave that there. I thought it was a very accomplishing game. As I say, not as good as the Commodore 64 version, but if I didn't know that existed, and I got gifted this on the Spectrum back in the day, I would have been impressed. And eventually I would have got past the stage 1. So, you know, it's a nice little shooter, and I'm glad I looked at it. So we won't go any further as it goes into cyan again. So I hope you liked having a look at that game. That's Zybex, published by Zeppelin Games in 1989. Got any comments about this game, similar games, or anything retro, then please put that below. You're always more than welcome. Until next time, take great care of yourself and a very fond goodbye.
Goodbye.